Dragapult EX has become a top tier deck thanks to the new Stellar Crown set that came out last week, gaining access to cards like Sparkling Crystal A-Spec. In this video I'm going to hop on over to the ranked ladder and play some games with it to see how good it has truly become. You can find a deck list in the description. As always, let me know your thoughts on this deck in the comments below and let's go into it. Alright, so we do start with a Duskull and a Rotom, and we are going first, and we do get a Buddy-Buddy Poffin, so we will be able to get the Dreepy onto the bench, two of those, and we'll attach a Fire Energy to one of them, and probably just instant charge to end the turn. That's not a bad first turn if you ask me, and we also do get Arven off that instant charge. So we will be able to find an Ultra Ball to Rare Candy into Dragapult EX, which is excellent. Looks like our opponent is also Buddy-Buddy Poffin to get a Hoot Hoot and a Fan Rotom. Still have no idea what deck they're playing, but it is a deck with new Pokémon EX, like Terapagos for example. But we still don't know what other cards they're playing in their deck. We get another Rare Candy for our turn, and my plan is to probably just Arven for an Ultra Ball and maybe Sparkling Crystal, or maybe we could actually go Rescue Board so we can hopefully retreat and attack if we get another energy. So I think that's my plan here. We'll evolve into Drakloak. We can then Ultra Ball probably, and just Ultra Ball away a Counter Catcher and the Stadium in our hand, and we'll get a Dragapult EX. Check the deck as well, there's Pidgeot and everything, that's great. Use the Rare Candy, and just Recon Directive on the Drakloak on the bench. We do not find an energy to attack, but we do get a Nest Ball, so that is good. We can Nest Ball for probably a Pidgey, so we can eventually evolve into Pidgeot EX later down the line, and I think we'll just leave the Rescue Board and just instant charge again to end our turn. We do get the Psychic Energy off that instant charge as well, so we will be able to attack next turn. What does our opponent do here? They do have a Noctowl, but they can't use its ability because they have to have a Terra EX Pokemon in play to use it, so I don't know why they've evolved there. That's weird, but it's our turn anyway. They just pass. We get the Rescue Board onto the Duskull, retreat, and we'll just use, or she'll bench another Pidgey, probably, why not, and we can Recon Directive for an energy into the hand. Can't use the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. So yes, that is good, and I think what we'll do is probably just Phantom Dive, knock out this Squawkabilly EX in the active, and just spread a bunch of damage counters onto our opponent's bench Pokemon. We'll put 3 on there, we'll put 3 onto the Noctowl, 2 onto the other, and then just 1 more onto the Noctowl, I think. Excellent setting up for later down the line to get a KO. We take 2 prizes this turn, that's great. We do get another Arven, so we can find another Ultra Ball to get a Pidgeot EX into the hand and Rare Candy into it next turn. They do have a Fezandipiti, and they do bench a Water type Ogerpon EX. I think it's the Wellspring one. Makes me think that we're playing Palkia V-Star with the Area 0 Under Depths card, so yeah, they do scoop up and get the Water Ogerpon into the active. They did research away a bunch of cards. I did see a Palkia in there. There's the Palkia V on the bench. We are playing Palkia V-Star for sure, and they just sob, so that means that we can't retreat next turn, which is completely fine. I'm happy to keep spreading the damage around. We'll attach an energy to the bench Drakloak. Thinking about the TM Devolution, we could potentially use that this turn. So I think we'll attach that to the active, and we can recon directive. We do find an Ultra Ball, but there's also a Forest Seal Stone, so I think I'll grab that so we can attach it to the Rotom on the bench. That is great. And we'll just use Arven, go find an Ultra Ball, and we could get the Sparkling Crystal here to attach to the Drakloak on the bench. I think that's the plan here. So it can attack for 1 energy less of any energy in its attack cost, which is an excellent A spec in this deck. We can Ultra Ball away the Manaphy and probably maybe the energy, because we've got the Sparkling Crystal on now, so we can Ultra Ball for the Pidgeot straight into the hand. I think, just thinking here, we could get another Dragapult potentially, but we could also thin out the deck even more if we do get the Pidgeot EX, which is what I think I will do. We can Rare Candy now into the Pidgeot, and we will search our deck for any card we like and put it into our hand, and that card is going to be a Dragapult EX, and we can evolve that Dragapult EX into play. And my plan is just to Phantom Dive again, I think, but I've completely forgotten about the Devolution, so we're going to have to discard that now. Never mind, but we can put 3 damage counters on that Noctowl again, and I think my plan is to put 10 damage counters on the Fezandipiti and the other 2 damage counters on the Palkia V, so they are both in range of being knocked out with a Phantom Dive. So it is now their turn. Let's see if they can do anything. They do Iono us, that is not much of a problem. We do gain an extra card off of that. And do we have Rare Candy in hand. We can we win this turn is what I'm thinking, because we've got Boss in hand and we've got Duskull on the bench, and hold on, give me a minute here, we might be able to win this turn, because my plan is we quick search for, is it a Dusclops or Dusknoir? Dusknoir, there we go. So we quick search for a Dusclops, and we can use the Rare Candy onto Duskull, so we can get that Dusclops straight into play. And then my plan is to use Cursed Blast, which puts 13 damage counters on one of our opponent's Pokemon, and I think I'm going to put them straight onto the Water-type Ogrecon EX, so it is knocked out. And obviously now we get knocked out, so they take a prize, that doesn't matter too much. And then we haven't used a supporter this turn, so we can just take 2 prizes here, see what we get. We don't matter about those too much. They send up a Manaphy, and we just have a boss for game, because we can just boss up this Fezandipiti EX and use Phantom Dive for 200 damage to knock it out, and take the final 2 prizes, and we can also spread more damage onto the Noctowl to also knock it out. So we did technically take 3 prizes in a turn. That is crazy. What a play, what a game, what a deck. I love this deck, honestly, it is excellent. Yeah, GG's everyone. Let's go. Dragapult is so good now because most decks don't have an answer to damage counters being placed on Pokemon, so you can eventually take multiple prizes in a turn and win the game. Make sure to like and subscribe so the algorithm recommends more of me to you, and if you missed my last video, I highly recommend checking it out right here on your screen right now. Until next time, stay strategic everyone, see ya.